It's hidden. It's all, everything is propaganda and hidden. There are not proper systems.
There's nothing hidden between the society.
Oh, yes, there is.
Sharla Musabih, will you let him finish?
Maybe it is between the media, but it's not between the society.
You're not talking to a kid here. I've lived there for 26 years. I'm an Emirati. My husband's from Emirati.
And I've lived there my whole life, but I've never seen or heard anything about that.
See that? There you go. I've never seen or heard anything about it.
Okay, how's a different experience?
I'm talking about my point of view.
Okay.
Now, Sharla, you say it's hidden. Well,
it's hidden.
How can you hide a common practice that's widely practiced by a community?
Because they...
How can you hide that?
They don't report the truth.
You don't have to report it. If it's common practice, everyone will have 2 eyes and 2 ears to see it and hear it.
I don't know where this young man has been, but if you go into Dara, they're everywhere. If you go to Burj-Bai, they're everywhere.
Okay, I'm going to take a question from Yusa. Yes.
I'm Katri, and my question is for the proposition. Can you, especially the lady speaker, how are any of the comments or propositions you've made today unique in any way to Dubai? It seems that everything you said relates to not only the Middle East, the Gulf region in particular, but every emerging nation.
Well, the answer to your question is, how is it different? That if I go into a police station in the United States with a victim of domestic violence, the state presses a charge against the man who committed violence against that woman. The police does not...
Let the questioner come back.
Please, emerging countries. You're talking about the United States. I'm talking about rapidly growing economies.
Okay.
Okay, Simon Jenkins, come in.
I find this part of the conversation very difficult. It is not my business. I'm a foreigner. I do not like commenting on other people's countries or how they run their countries. It is literally not my business. I wish my own country wasn't pretending to run other countries at the moment throughout this region. I'm appalled by what we're doing. The sinner does cast stones in his own house as well as on other houses. You're absolutely right, Nasser. I do think, however, and this is a very, very tentative suggestion apropos of the motion, that the pace in which you, I believe recklessly, allow your city to build, literally build, invites problems that wouldn't be there if you were growing organically like most cities do. And I do think it is one of the faults of what happened to the idea of Dubai, if I can come back to the motion, that it actually produced within itself these stresses and strains that do seem to be peculiarly unjust.
I'm going back to the questioner.
I apologize for taking up so much time. I'd rather this goes out to the audience. However, I just come back to the point. If I understand you correctly, then you're saying that rapid growth, regardless of where it is a bad idea, as opposed to Dubai in itself is a bad idea. However, that's not the motion here today. Please, if you could tell me what specifically in what you're proposing today relates to Dubai, because if I understand correctly, then you're saying that the rapid growth in Qatar and Kuwait and the rest of the GCC is also a bad idea.
Simon Jenkins.
Forgive me if I was drawing a false distinction, but I mean, I do think there's a distinction here. All over the world, there are the wreckages of cities that expanded too fast. And they all incurred horrendous social disruption because they expanded too fast. There is a difference between expanding within what might be called the terms of your own market, which I think applies to most of the Gulf. Most of the Gulf is very rich with oil, for instance. And expanding on the basis of one man's vision of dreams of architectural glory. That is a distinction, and it has produced problems.
What is wrong, seriously, what is wrong with wanting to have the best educational system possible? Now, I'm not saying whether they achieved it or not, but wanting it. What is wrong with wanting the best healthcare system available? What is wrong with wanting to have the best financial system available? Now, I'm not saying that they managed to achieve it, but I'm saying that's what they want. That was the goal. That was the aim. Wanting those things for the citizens, and the benefit is for the non-citizens as well, where everyone can benefit out of it. I think that should be something we should all aspire to.
I totally agree. Nothing is wrong. My country at the moment wanted the best banking system in the world, thought it got it, wanted the best education service, wanted the best health service. As a result of wrecking its banking system, it's going to have a poorer health service and a poorer education service. These things are linked. If you don't control capitalism, it will run away with itself and it will mess you all up.
Okay, I'm going to take a question from the lady in that row.
Hi, I'm from New York, but I live and work in Qatar right now. This is putting the financial situation aside for a moment. Is Dubai a good city with a strong Arab culture and heritage, or is Dubai just a Las Vegas on steroids?
Nasser Al-Ghaith, would you like to answer that?
I mean, I'm an Arab. I born and lived in Dubai. I think my culture is very good. Yes. But it's a culture among other cultures. Do you want a one culture city or multicultural city? What do you think?
Could I also add on to this one? Would you like me to impose Arabic on you? Would you like me to force you to wear what we have to wear? Would you like me to force you how to drink the way we drink? What do you want? We're talking about a multicultural city that is a beacon to even within the Arab world. Which Arab are you talking about? Are you talking about North Africa? Are you talking about Yemen? Are you talking about Iraq? Which Arab are you talking about? Please be more specific on that one.
Okay, I'm going to take a question from the lady up there.
Good evening. I'm from France, and I would like to ask a question to the opposition side. If you think Dubai is such a model, why hasn't it taken its responsibility in environmental issues seriously?
Thank you. That's a question that hasn't come up so far. Environmental responsibility. You have the largest carbon footprint per head of the population.
Who has taken the environmental responsibility in the world? That's not a fair question to question Dubai environmental policies.
Nasser.
Who did? Who did? Tell me.
Nasser,
China, United States, Europe.
Every
Who
time
did?
they ask
Nobody
a question
did.
about Dubai, you divert
no,
onto
don't
something.
play this
Largest
environment
carbon
card.
footprint in the world per head of the population.
Don't play this environmental card.
Please.
This tiny little country has
About what?
You had something to say.
Yeah, I mean, don't play this.
I'm trying to give you a platform.
Thank you.
Here.
Don't play this environmental
Fight through
card.
it to get you one.
You know, this is. I don't think it's a good idea for you to play this environmental card. Nobody did take his role in saving the environment. Everybody is polluting, starting from China to everywhere.
Mishal Kanoo, please answer the question. Somebody.
Just to give you an idea, would you say that Europeans are very much environmentally conscious? If you come to Dubai and see the number of SUVs that exist in Dubai and who owns these SUVs, and then come and tell me, what about the Europeans, what you're calling, how they affect the environment?
Okay. Okay. A quick question from the gentleman in the third row, please.
Hi, my name is Salar Iftikhar from the States. My question is for Dr. Nasser. Earlier in the evening, you said that countries in the Middle East now have a beacon of hope in Dubai, and they no longer have to look to the West. But what beacon of hope can other countries in the Middle East have when Dubai, or this beacon of hope, as you say, has come crashing down right in front of their very eyes?
Well, I don't agree with the final statement you made, but I think you can learn from the success of Dubai as much as you can learn from the failure of Dubai.
I agree with that. I think that you can learn from its success, and you can look at the amount of propaganda and human rights violations and say, where did we go wrong?
Thank you. We've come to the point, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to vote on the motion this House believes Dubai is a bad idea. Before you use your voting machines, let me just explain how they work. If you want to vote for the motion, that is the side represented by Simon Jenkins and Sharla Musabih, it's button 1, the yes button. If you want to vote against the motion, that's the side represented by Nasser Al-Ghaith and Mishal Kanoo, it's button 2, the no button. Whichever button you want to press, would you do it now? There's the result. 38% for the motion, 62% against. The motion has been resoundingly defeated. All it remains for me to do is to thank our distinguished panelists for coming here tonight. Thank you to you, the audience, for your questions. The Doha debates will be back again later this month. Till then, from all of us on the team, have a safe journey home. Good night. Thank you very much. Good night.